Hi, this is John Bowman, and I want to talk to you today about following the golden rule. It's all about treating others the way you would want to be treated. If we would all just follow this simple rule, the world would be a better place. But we have selfish ambitions among leaders who don't treat others the way they would want to be treated. We're all guilty of this at some level. Most religions in the world have some form of the golden rule. I love the Passion Translation around this in Matthew 7:12. It says, "In everything you do, be careful to treat others in the same way that you would want to be treated. For this is the essence of all the teachings of the law and the prophet." Norman Rockwell said this, "I've been reading up on comparative religion. The thing that all major religions have in common is the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Not always in the same words, but always with the same meaning." So how do we find common ground? Well, I looked up each of the major religions, and here's what they say. Buddhism says this: "Hurt not others with that which pains yourself." Confucius says, "Is there any one maxim which ought to be acted upon throughout one's whole life? Surely the maxim of loving kindness is such. Do unto others what you would not they should do unto you." Hinduism says, "This is the sum of duty. Do not unto others which, if done to thee, would cause thee pain." Islam says, or the Muslim religious, "Do unto all men as you would wish them to do unto you, and reject for others what you would reject for yourself." When we saw the video of George Floyd being murdered, something just wasn't right. It set something off on the inside of us. This isn't how anyone should be treated. Is this the way I would want to be treated? Would I want my son to be treated in this way? This looked and smelled a lot like injustice. It doesn't matter what your race, gender, or religion. This just didn't set right. I'm a practical guy. So what can I do to practice the golden rule? The first question to ask is, how would I want to be treated? If I deserve respect, so does this person. See, we were all created in God's image, regardless of our color. God loves us all equally. I love the story of the Good Samaritan in Luke 10:25 through 37. In this story, a religious man asked Jesus what was meant by "my neighbor" in "love thy neighbor as thyself." Jesus went on to share a well-known parable about a Jewish man who was robbed, beaten, and left naked in the street. A Jewish priest passed by and moved to the other side of the street to avoid him totally. A religious man did the same thing. He crossed to the other side of the street and passed by the man. Then a Samaritan stranger, someone who wasn't even part of his religion or culture, came by and helped him and took him on his donkey to an inn and paid for his room. Jesus said, "Which of these three men was his true neighbor?" The religious scholar said, "The one who demonstrated kindness and mercy." Jesus said, "You must go and do the same." Let me talk quickly about assumption. Assumption is the enemy of truth. Let's not assume we know it all. Even when we think we're right, we have to leave room that we could be wrong. Humility is being open to learn and being vulnerable enough to be wrong. Pride causes you to have to be right. Be open to seeing others' perspectives. Be open to learning new things. How do I want to be treated? Here are some golden rule principles for us to follow. Number one, seek to understand. Let's take time to understand without bias. Listen. Number two is listen to what others have to say. Can you empathize with them? What's it like to be them? To walk in their shoes. Number three is take action to make things better. We all have a level of influence. How can you take a step to make things better? And at the center of all this is Jesus. There is no such thing as coexist. Outside of Jesus, we will always have divisions. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. That's found in John 14:6. Only as the world accepts Jesus will we reach this place of unity and treat others with respect we all deserve. Let's share our faith and also practice what we preach. It's time for the church to be the church, and it's time for Christians to act like Jesus. He would do unto others better than they did to him. I hope this was beneficial to you. God bless you, and let's go out and treat others the way we would want to be treated.